How to graph a hyperbola by Joshua Vantig. The hyperbola. A hyperbola is the collection of all points in the plane, the difference of whose distances from the 2 points, called the foci, is a constant. This is the same definition as an ellipse, except we have the difference is always constant instead of the sum. The hyperbola has two symmetric parts called branches. Each branch has a vertex and focus. The axis that contains the vertices is called the transverse axis. Parts of a hyperbola: the center, the transverse axis, the conjugate axis, foci, vertices, and the asymptotes. The equation for a hyperbola can be derived by using the definition and the distance formula. The resulting equation is x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals to 1, where b squared is equal to c squared minus a squared. This looks similar to the ellipse equation, but notice the sign difference. To graph a hyperbola, make a rectangle that measures 2a by 2b as a sketching aid and draw the diagonals. These are the asymptotes. Find the vertices and foci and graph the hyperbola. The center. From the center ends of the transverse axis are a each direction. A is the square root of this value, 9. The end of the transverse axis are the vertices and the axis is 2a long. From the center, the ends of the conjugate axis are b, each direction. B is the square root of 4. Make a rectangle and draw diagonals for the asymptotes. To find the foci, they are C always from the center in each direction. Find C by the equation C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. C squared is equal to 9 plus 4. And the square root of 13 is 3.6. Now let's find the equations of the asymptotes. Y squared is equals mx plus b. They are lines with y-intercept of 0. Y is equal to mx. What is the slope of this line? Hint, it is rise over run. Can you see this would be b over a, or in this case up to over 3 or 2 over 3? The second line has the same slope, only negative. Y is equal to positive negative 2 over 3x. The center of the hyperbola may be transformed from the origin. The equation would be then x minus h squared over a squared minus y minus k squared over b squared equal to 1. Horizontal transverse axis. And for vertical, y minus k squared over a squared minus y minus h squared over b squared equal to 1. The axis is determined by the first term, not by which the denominator in the largest. If the x term is positive, it will be horizontal. If the y term is the positive term, it will be vertical. The axis is determined by the first term. If the x term is positive, it will be horizontal. And if the y, it will be vertical. Find the center, foci, vertices, and graph the ellipse. Complete the square on the x terms and then on the y terms. We grouped the y term and factored out a 4 and grouped the x terms and factored out a negative 3. The y squared term is first because it is positive. Y quantity y plus 1 squared minus 3 quantity x minus 1 squared is equal to 12. The right hand side must be 1 also. So divide all terms by 12. This is now in standard form and we are ready to find what we need in graph. Quantity y plus 1 squared over 3 minus quantity x minus 1 squared over 4 equal to 1. The center is at h and then k. In this case, 1, negative 1. This is a squared, so a equal to square root of 3. A equals square root 3, so the vertices on the transverse axis are square root of 3, each way from the center. Since it is the y term that is positive, we move square root of 3 each way in the y direction. So vertices are 1, negative 1, positive, negative, square root of 3. This is b squared, so b is equal to 2. Make the rectangle and asymptotes to help you graph. To find foci, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. C squared is equal to 3 plus 4 equals to 7. The square root of 7 is equal to 2.6. So foci are 1, negative 1, positive and negative square root of 7. That's all.